What it is, world, man? Mr. Afternoons right now. E.T. Cali inside the galaxy, man. Before this man even says a word or has a sentence to come out of his mouth or he breathes air, I just want to say thank you to you. I say this to certain artists, and I really mean this when it comes to certain artists that have, God, man, they have lived their ups and their downs in the eyes of the public, and they have still put out music or entertained us in a way to bring us some type of joy or happiness in the club, in a car ride, or said a verse, or did something to where it took my mind off the moment of my life, right?
Yes, sir.
To where I can look at them and go, damn, you know, he's still doing it, right? Offset's in the building.
Yes, sir. Get it.
Thank you, sir, because a lot of the times, a lot of people never get a thank you for the stresses of life that you go through in the public eye.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
And I really mean that because I watched, we were just talking off the air about, you know, the Club Mansion days before y'all even had a deal and people were just, you know, on jumping out the gym and bando and all this kind of stuff and us playing y'all in the air. And I'm like, yeah, DJ Ray J, yo, put my paper on the air. I got you, bro. You know, I just throwing it on the air. And I'm watching y'all now and I see you now and I go, and just let me have this moment real quick. I might have played 1% in your career, bro, just a little tick. But when I see y'all success, all it does for me is I look to my people that are above me and I go, I told y'all end up proving me right.
Yes, sir.
You know? So I appreciate that, man. So how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm good, man. Blessed, feel good. Set it off album out now, man. Getting good reviews.
Yeah.
God is good. Family's good, you know. Staying focused, man, and pursuing my dreams, trying to make it bigger and bigger, the biggest I can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The excitement of the industry. You know, we've both been in it for a long time in our different areas, right? Do you still have the excitement and joy for this? You know?
Yeah, bro.
Well, okay, where does it come from, though?
With this album, I just felt like a rebirth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because you did it for I was reading you worked on this for 2 years.
Yeah, I worked on this for 2 years.
This wasn't like yo, let's go record a whole bunch of records this week, you know what I mean, type of thing.
Yeah, it was a 2-year process, a lot of ups and downs and misfortune situations, and pushing through with it became like the blood in my arm that I needed to survive, you know what I mean? The music was what I was turning to for everything, and just to be able to be creative and still feel like the joy of music, because I know
music.
I know being in the light sometimes, man, I see it all the time. It just take the soul out of people and take the joy. But my joy is still in the music and being able to prove people wrong too, the same way how it was when we first came in the game. Like to set a standard or a goal and to get to that goal. And then I love the way people perceiving my album, bro, because I did it in that way for people to see more of my personality, see who I am.
Right, and they get to know you now a little bit more. It's like, okay, what's going on with Offset himself? Yeah, you know, and that perspective, man. And it's difficult to find the joy when all the personal garbage is going on and everybody wants to, you know, harp on this and harp on that. When you're doing this project, right? When you got to the music perspective of it, was the beats selection based off of your feelings at that time, or was it just whatever you drop, I'm going in on?
For the beat selections, I just worked with new producers because I just was seeing that I criticized myself a lot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my original sound of just how I came in the game, and I did not want to sound the same. And I feel like a lot of records that you make, if the beat is similar to something, it's just gonna give that same feel, even if you're not trying. So what I did was I worked with different producers this time, and because I just wanted to get in different bags and not have a certain sound. That's why if you listen to the album, every song is like a different vibe, like, and that was my goal on the production side, because like I love all the people I worked with prior. You know what I mean?
Right. But you're looking for a new thing,
a new wave.
Yeah. You're almost like testing your martial arts, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've studied this particular martial arts, but now I'm gonna try this one and see where my skills are really at.
Yeah, and they fucked with it, so that's why I'm so happy about it, because I wasn't scared to take the risk. You know what I mean? Even like in falling into the character of like the Michael Jackson inspo and shit. Like I did that intentional, because it was like I wanted people to be like, what Holmes doing? What he got going on?
I don't think people know like you dance though. Like They don't know your history.
Exactly. So this was like this is the book of Offset.
The book of Offset. No, that's the name of the next project, bro. The book of Offset got to be the name of the next project.
Yeah. It's just like opening their minds up to like, because I was quiet a lot, you know what I mean? In the beginning of my career, I got in some trouble, like with the law and stuff like that, but I've worked so hard to rebrand myself. You feel what I'm saying? I wanted to show like that I'm a fun guy, like I'm a charming guy, like I know how to speak. My mama raised me good, like I know business, I understand. I've learned the game. And so what I did was, also a part of the 2-year process was me like sitting back and seeing what's going on, because the game different, bro.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's like you got to put yourself in front of the people to have that success, because it's not just about the music like it used to be. It's not just about the music.
No.
So now it's about visibly and how the people see you and perceive you, and people fall in love with personality, and people fall in love with music.
So this is what I was saying about to a lot of other artists too, is that when you're sitting there doing what you're doing musically, that's how they like you. Yeah. And I've been in this business a long time. I've seen a lot of artists come and go. They like you for your music. They become a fan of you when they can connect with you. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard for artists to understand, like when we having these kind of conversations, people are trying to connect with you, you know, in a certain way.
Yeah, because you got to be relatable, and it's like, most things you saying in your record is not going to be relatable. If you got a Rolls Royce, a Lambo, or a mansion, and you got all the women, you got all the jewelry in the cars, it's fantasy. It's like where somebody want to get to. So if they could see you act normal a little bit, like just a little bit, and just feel like, damn, I laugh at that too. I play the game, or he'll get silly when it's time to be silly.
Watching you be like a dancer, like when you was doing like the, I was like, oh, there it is. I was like, I used to dance. I was like, that's I didn't know.
You gotta bring it out, cause everybody, these folks ain't doing that. So I'm trying to do what the other rap artists ain't doing or can't do. You know what I mean? I'm trying to just separate myself from all of them, cause it's like a lot of them probably could, and they scared to.
And they're scared because cool. Their image is not cool. And
it's on some cool, but it's cool to entertain people. That's why, like, it's about entertaining. Their job is to entertain folks, so I'm trying to get it to them 1,000%.
Everybody's got their way of dealing with life in general. Okay, I for men, whether you want to agree with it or not, some people tell me what you think. I said this to Ross too, but tell me what you think of this. I said, for men, whenever our life is hitting us, I said, whenever life is lifing, okay, we have to cry in the showers and pray in the shadow, because we can't express our frustration or pain. Where do you put your pain?
I'm a man, so you know, behind the scene, I always been close to God, but like linked on him way more, because it was a lot of stuff I just didn't understand. Linked on my mama, you know what I mean? She got good game for me, good knowledge, good reality.
I do the same with my mother too, bro.
Yeah, I don't play about my mama.
Whenever I hit a wall of knowledge, and I call mom, like, hey mom. And
I turn to a little
in the
kid.
Music industry too, so she'll be like, this is what you need to be doing.
Exactly. So I just turned to family and God for real, because like I remember being counted out before I dropped this album. You know what I mean? I remember them feelings and just believing in myself and sticking with God. Right. Straight up. That's the best way I can answer that. Like sticking to God and believing in myself and knowing who I am. And I was put here for a reason. I wasn't put here temporarily.
Right. To do this, like I'm influencing people. People are liking me. They like what I do.
Exactly.
And now we got and now set it off as the precursor, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's the pre.
To the this is like, just so y'all know, I'm setting it off right now, and then the next game is gonna be something different, something totally different. This is just setting it off right now. You know what I mean? This is the first.
I feel like it's the intro.
Appetizer.
It's like it's the appetizer. It's the intro to set. You know what I mean? I'm about to take it all the way there. When you see these tours and you see these different moves I'm making, I'm gonna take it all the way there.
Yeah. Your family, your person, not your personal, your family dynamic. How do you deal with the immediate family that's like, oh, hey, I'm your cousin now, or hey, do you know?
I ain't really got that going on. Like, it's my real same cousins, my same family member. Like, you know what I mean? Then I'm blessed with a different type of family. Like my family, I would have to. Sometimes I done had to sing it on my cousin or something. Like, boy, you need some help, boy. What's up? I got you.
Really?
Like, I got a family that always make sure, like, say for instance, I'm coming to a family here. Yeah. My aunties them like this here, like, hey, ain't none of y'all don't ask your cousin for nothing. It ain't about that. He here for the family and like.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm blessed. I don't got like the people like, hey, bro, goddamn.
Right. You know what's so crazy?
I don't got
when
that.
I ask certain artists that question, they end up having to, like, you know, people lose family members that way because it's like, well, you got it. You need to give it to me. You know what I mean? Or help
I'm
me
just
out.
blessed. I'm blessed. My folks is happy. Like, I done did what I did, and they know I gotta go. I'm a good heart person anyways.
Right.
I'm tight hug my auntie and handle 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. She don't even know. Be like, I don't want it. They'll tell me they don't want it. And I'll be like, watch out. I know you need it. So it's like, I'm blessed to have a family that ain't really in my pockets or trying to.
I want to tell you why I'm happy for you real quick. So just allow me this moment, brother. I just because I remember when, you know what I'm saying? I remember when, and when I watch where you're at now, I'm glad to see this open version of yourself where you're talking. You get to the things you go through aren't representing you. You're representing you.
Yeah.
And a lot of artists, when I'm talking to them, they have this thing in their brain where it's like, you know, they want to look a certain way. And I always tell artists, it's like, it's the difference when it comes from the horse's mouth versus the horse's ass.
Yeah.
It's better when the information comes from you. When I say things, it's just innuendo, rumor, I heard. But when you say something, it matters that it comes from you because then it shuts it down. This is what the truth is. It's coming from me. I'm the source. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times when I'm talking with artists, they're so worried about what you're going to say. And I'm like, don't worry about it. It needs to come from you. Because if it comes from me, I look like a fool. Right?
Right.
It matters that it comes from you. So when I hear you talking and I hear you laugh and I see your spirit now, I'm like, this is the representation of who you actually are. Not you being locked up in the beginning.
Yeah.
Not your family issues. Not that other stuff. When you talk, it matters that it comes from you. Because if I say something, I look like the horse's ass. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I just want to tell you thank you for all that, man. Set it off. It's out.
Yes, sir.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere. God is good.
God is good?
Yeah.
All right. I got you, brother.